Hello everyone, welcome to MESS e-learning channel. So today we'll start a very interesting topic called projection of lines from engineering drawing. So before we go on to projection of lines, we'll first try to understand what is projection of points and how do we do that. So let's say we have this system of quadrants, wherein this is my first quadrant. This is second quadrant. This is third quadrant. And this is fourth quadrant. So we have all the four quadrants, and this is my y plane, which we usually call it as y plane, and this is our x plane. So we have an example here. So this is the first quadrant here, and this plane which is in y direction, we call it as a vertical plane, and this plane which is in the horizontal direction is called as a horizontal plane. So for y plane, for x plane, I would write this as, this is my horizontal plane or HP, and this would be my vertical plane. Or we can call it as VP. Now if we consider now the first quadrant, so if I have an object here that is in first quadrant and you are observing from this side, that means the observer is here on this side in the viewing in the horizontal direction. So if I view the same object in the horizontal direction, I would get the image on the vertical plane. Now for the same object, if I have my observer here, then I would get the image on this plane, which is the horizontal plane. So whenever we have to get an object which is in space to draw it on a paper, we view it from different directions and we get all the different views from different directions and we combine it to get a 3D object. So now I have this direction for HP in the direction of HP, and this direction would be in the direction of VP. Now whenever I have an inclination with respect to HP, that means if I have to draw an object which is viewed in the direction of HP, I would get the image on VP, and whenever an object is viewed from the direction of VP, I would get the image on HP. So before that, we should understand the location of the points. So let's say I have this two-dimensional drawing for the same quadrant system. So let's say I have a point which is placed here. So if I have a point which is placed here, and this is my VP and this is my HP, and the viewing direction would always be in this direction, that is for HP it will be here and for VP it will be here for any quadrant. So if I have an object here, how do I explain the location of the object or the point in this quadrant system? So when I have to explain this point is with respect to this quadrant system, I'll call this as, this point is in front of VP and above HP. So this point is in front of VP and above HP for this point. Now let's say the same point I place it here, then how would we describe this? This is behind VP and above HP. So this would be behind VP and above HP. here I have a point that is the third quadrant now. Now how would I explain this? So this would be below HP and behind VP. For this quadrant, it would be in front of VP and below HP. So these are now the locations of the point whenever it is placed in different quadrants respectively. So if I have to describe a point which is in first quadrant, how do I describe it? The point would be in front of VP and above HP. So if I have a question where it is mentioned that a point is located 10 mm above HP and 20 mm in front of VP. Now it is above HP and in front of VP. Now this is the coordinates or the location for the point which is in first quadrant in front of VP and above HP. So by this wordings or by this sentence we recognize that the location of this point is in first quadrant. Similarly, if I have to mention that the point is in second quadrant, what I would say is a point is behind VP and above HP. Similarly, if I have to mention a point which is in third quadrant, it should be below HP, behind VP, and for fourth quadrant it is in front of VP and below HP. Similarly, here there is a point now, there is a point. So this is first quadrant, and if I have to mention that this point is in first quadrant, I would give the location this and this. This would be a distance from the horizontal plane and this would be distance from the vertical plane. Similarly for second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. Now let's say I have this quadrant system as a reference. So if I have this point here, I can't draw this on a paper where the point is located in the space. So for that we need to transfer this point or the location of this point onto a 2D surface. So for that, let's see a demonstration. So let's say I have this quadrant. This is my first quadrant. This would be the this would be the fourth quadrant. This is second quadrant and this is third quadrant. So I'll consider the first quadrant first, and if I have a point here somewhere, so if I view it from horizontal direction, I would get that point somewhere on vertical plane, and if I view that same point on from the vertical direction or from VP, I would get somewhere on horizontal plane. Now how to locate this on a 2D paper is, what we do is we keep the vertical plane constant as it is and we rotate the horizontal plane clockwise. I keep the vertical plane constant and I rotate the vertical plane, the horizontal plane clockwise. So if you see, this was my fold which is my reference. This was my fold which is the reference, and I have this image which is viewed from the horizontal direction, and I have this point which is viewed from the vertical direction. So I keep my vertical plane constant and I rotate my horizontal plane 90 degree clockwise. So now this is a 2D surface or a single paper wherein both the locations from HP as well as from VP, both the points are visible together. So if I have a point which is located here, again what we should do, I should keep my vertical plane constant and I rotate my horizontal plane clockwise 90 degrees. So it would be rotated like this. Now if I have to, if my point is in first quadrant, my location for this point, that is, if I am viewing an object from HP direction, I would get that image on VP, so it would be somewhere here, and the other image would be somewhere here, like you saw in this demonstration. Both the points are above and below. So this is how you locate the point for first quadrant. That is, in the first quadrant, this, if you see, which is my front view, if I view from the horizontal side, that is from this side, we would get my front view placed on a vertical plane. So this would be my front view, and for this point, what we do is we view it from the top. So we get a top view which is viewed from the vertical direction, that is from the VP, and we get the image on HP. So this is my top view. I have the location for the point in the first quadrant. So this is for first quadrant. Now let us see for the second quadrant. So let's say I have this as my second quadrant and my point is somewhere here. So if I keep it like this, if I view it from the horizontal direction, I would get the image on VP. The direction is always on this side, but you get the horizontal the image from the horizontal direction on VP and the vertical direction on HP. So now what I do is we keep the vertical plane constant and I rotate the horizontal plane 90° clockwise. What happens? Both the points are coming above the reference line which is this red color line. Both the points are above that line. So in the second quadrant, what happens is both my points would be above XY line, that is the front view as well as the top view, both would be above XY line, which is in second quadrant. Now if I move on to the third quadrant, so this would be my third quadrant. So what we do, we keep the vertical plane constant. So here this would be my vertical plane. So I keep the vertical plane constant and I rotate my horizontal plane clockwise. So you need not rotate in this way because this is an anti-clockwise direction. This is a usual mistake that we do. So what we do is we keep the vertical plane constant. This plane has to be constant, and then what you do is you rotate this in a clockwise direction 90°. So this is my horizontal plane and this is my vertical plane. So what happens is when I rotate this up, now on the horizontal plane I had my top view and on my vertical plane I had my front view. So my top view for third quadrant my top view would be above XY and my front view would be below XY. So this is for third quadrant. So now let us move on to the fourth quadrant. So this is my fourth quadrant. So I have my vertical plane and I have my horizontal plane. So if my point is located in the fourth quadrant, so I keep my vertical plane constant and I rotate my horizontal plane 90° clockwise. So if you see, both the front view and the top view points are below XY line. So for fourth quadrant I have top view and front view. Both the points, this would be my reference line. Both of the points would be below that. This is in case of fourth quadrant. So now I'll just revise it once again. So this is my first quadrant. So if the point is located in first quadrant, you keep the vertical plane constant, you rotate the horizontal plane, and I get the images on both the points on separate planes with this as my reference plane. So my front view would be above XY because this is my reference plane and this plane is coming down. So my front view would be above XY and my top view would be below XY, which is this case. Now in the next, if I consider second quadrant, I have a point here. So I keep my vertical plane constant and I rotate my horizontal plane in the 90-degree clockwise direction. So what happens is both the planes are now, or both the points, that is the projection of this point in both the planes would come above the xy line. This is my xy line, both would come above the xy line. This is the direction of rotation. So for the second quadrant, I have both front view and top view above the xy line. Now for third quadrant, if my point is located here, so I have to keep my vertical plane constant and I rotate my horizontal plane 90-degree clockwise direction. So this plane now, if I rotate in this way, would go above the xy line. So this was my point, this is my point where I get my top view, and this is my plane where I get my front view. So if I rotate this up, I would get my top view above xy and front view below xy. So this is in case of third quadrant. So for fourth quadrant, I have this a point which is located here. So what I do in this is I keep my vertical plane constant, I rotate the horizontal plane 90-degree in the clockwise direction. So what happens is I get this point which is placed on this plane on top of to the vertical plane. So both the points would be below the xy line. So for fourth quadrant, my top view and front view, both the lines would be below xy line. So these are my reference lines according to which the location of the front view and top view are explained. So this is how we locate the point in a quadrant system, or how, if the location is given, how do we know that it is in which quadrant. Hope you understood. Thank you.